Good morning, boys and girls, and welcome to math class. Today we are going to be doing 11.3, and I wanted to, oh, Miss Jude just came in and wanted to say hi. She loves to come when we're filming. Okay, so we're going to do 11.3, so if you could open up your math books, and we are on page 637. Yep, 637. All right, let me get off of this so you guys can see your math book. All right. So, algebra. This is fun. We're doing algebra today. So we're going to find the unknown side. Essential questions. How can you find the unknown length of a side in a plane figure when you know what its perimeter is? Now remember, a plane figure, okay? Plane figure is a shape, all right? So we need to make sure that we know it's a flat surface, it's a plane shape, and they're going to tell us the perimeter, but they're going to give us a letter. If you can see right here, let me get a highlighter pen for you so I can highlight it for you. You can see right here, all right, it says N. All right, so we're looking at N right here, but they've given us the perimeter. So if you look down here at our unlock the problem, it says when Chen has 27 feet of fencing to put around his garden, he has already used the lengths of fencing shown. How much fencing does he have left for the last side? So we're looking here, and we can see that when you go on this side, we have 5 feet right here. Okay, then we have on this side 3 feet, we have 7 feet, and we have 4 feet. Okay, but we don't know what this one missing side is, okay? But we know that there is 27. Let me see if I can get my pen to work here. Uh-oh, done. So we know right here we have 27 feet, okay, of fencing to put around his garden. So what we have to do is we have to find out how much fencing he already has put up. Well, he's put up 5 feet here. There's our 5 feet. He's put up 3 feet here. There's our 3 feet. He put up 7 feet. So we need to write our 7 right here. He put up 4 feet. So we need to put 4 feet here because we want to say that we know that perimeter is length plus width. Okay, so we know, and I'm going to write our formula down, that perimeter equals length plus width. So that's what our perimeter, that's our formula. So we're doing length plus width plus length plus width. Okay, and we have one more length that we have to do. So we have 5 plus 3 plus 7 plus 4. And what does that equal? It equals 19. Okay, so we know that it equals 19. So we'll write a 19 right here. Hopefully you guys are following along. Write your 19 right here. Now, we know there's 27 feet. Okay, so 27 feet, we know that's how much it is the whole way around. 27 feet the whole way around. We've already done 19 the whole way to here. So now from here to here, that's going to be our missing amount, and it's going to add up to 27. Okay, well, we know there's 27 total. And then we know that we've already accounted for 19. So to find this missing amount, all we have to do is do 27 minus 19. So if you think, if you take 27, let me get my, so you have 27 and you subtract 19, okay, you should see that you can't take 9 from 7, so you have to borrow. So you come over next door, hopefully you're doing this, the 2 becomes a 1, and the 7 becomes a 17. 17 minus 9 is, you are correct, it is 8. So n is 8. So if you look up here, if I put an 8 up here, and I added all these up, 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 7 is 15, plus another 4 is 19, plus 8 is 27. Our perimeter is 27. We found the missing number by just adding all these sides up and then subtracting it from the total amount we already know is the perimeter. All right. So we're going to do this again. The perimeter of the figure is 24. 24 meters around. So we have, and we're going to start right here from 6, or from this corner to this corner is 6. So we need to put a 6 in over here. From this corner to this corner is a 2. Remember, perimeter is the distance around. From this corner, or this angle, I should say, since we're talking geometric shapes, from this angle to this angle is 7. Perimeter is the distance around, so we add up all the sides, and from here, this angle to this angle is 5. And then we can't forget the small angle. From this angle to this angle, that tiny little line is 1. We want to find out what this is worth, because we know perimeter is the distance around and we don't have this distance, but we know all of this adds up to 24. So let's add these up right here. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 plus 7 is 15. Plus 5 is 20. Plus 1 is 21. So that all equals 21. Well, we know the total distance around, perimeter equals the distance around, length plus width, the whole way around, is 24. So we want to do 21 plus what equals 24? So W equals, we know 24 minus the 21 is going to equal, did you guys come up with? 3 meters. All right, very good. All right, we're going to keep on going. You guys are doing algebra and you're doing a fantastic job. So it says find the unknown lengths of a rectangle. Well, we know some rules for a rectangle. We know this side and this side would be equivalent. So I'm just going to put a little mark here. And we know that this side and this side is equivalent to each other. So it says Lauren has a rectangular blanket. The perimeter is 28 feet. That means the whole way around is 28 feet. The width of the blanket is 5. Here's the width, 5 here and 5 here. So we know we have a total of 10 of the 28 accounted for. What is the length of the blanket? Okay. So we have the width, we're looking for the length. So predict, they're predicting. So they want to know a prediction. So you can predict the length and add it to find the perimeter. If the perimeter is 28 feet, then what is the correct length? So if this is 5 and this is longer, it for sure would be more than 5. But we know there's only a total of 28, and once we have 5, 10, we're already using up 10 of the 28. So 5 plus what plus 5 plus what would equal, and we know it's 28. So think to yourself, what's a good estimate? So they're saying they're predicting it's 7. So let's do 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 7 is 14. 10 plus 7 is, 10 plus 14 is, you're right, 24. So perimeter is not 28 feet, so the length does not check out. So this doesn't work. Nope. I'm going to put a little slash through it. Okay, 8. All right, so let's do 5 plus 5 is 10. And then 8 plus 8 is 16. So 10 plus 16 is 26. Does that work? That's 28. So that does not work. Let's do 9 plus 9 is 18. And 5 plus 5 is 10. So 10 plus 18 is, you are correct, 28. Ooh, I lost my 8 there. All right, 28. So that is correct. So the length of the blanket is 9 feet. You have 5 feet for the width and 9 feet for the length. All right, we're going to keep on going. Find the unknown side lengths of a square. Remember, we are looking for perimeter. Perimeter is length plus width. It's the whole way around. That's the distance around. So we are going to do, the square has a perimeter of 20 inches. 20 inches. So we know that the total distance is 20 inches around. Okay, what is the length of each side of the square? Well, we know that a square has 4 sides, okay? And so if you do 4 times 5, it's going to be 20. So the length of each side of the square is 4 times 5. So you know that each side is 5. And we know that we can multiply because multiplication is repeated addition. If you have 4 groups of 5, you have 4 times 5. So that's why we did multiplication, because multiplication is repeated addition. Otherwise, you would be adding up all the sides, because perimeter is length plus width. But it was the same on all 4 sides because it's a square. We're going to keep moving on. Here's our share and show. We're going to just do this. We're going to move right past the share and show. And it says perimeter equals 25 centimeters. All right, so we know perimeter is the distance around. So we have 9 plus, we have a 9 and we have a 9. Plus a 6, so we do plus a 6. So our 6 is done. Then we go to our 3. All right, but we don't know what n is. This is the big question. Now, in algebra, please remember that they always use lowercase numbers in algebra, or lowercase letters in algebra. So here they're using an n. So we are trying to find n. So we have 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 3 is 18. So we have 18 plus n is going to equal 25. So we're going to do 25 minus the 18 because we want to find the distance between the total perimeter and what we already know. And the difference between these two numbers is going to give you here. All right, so when we go from here to here to here to here, we have 18. And we know if we go from 18 to 25, which is over here because it would close out the whole shape, the distance from 25 to 18, from 18 to 25, this is what we need to find out. So we need to think to ourselves, all right, we know that 18 from 25 is 7. So n is 7. All right, let's keep moving on. We know that our perimeter of the whole shape is 34 meters. We have a rectangle here. We know this is 7 and this is 7, so we already know that we have 14 accounted for. We have to find out these right here. So we have 34 meters. So what we need to do is take 34 and subtract the 14. When you do 4 minus 4, you get a 0. 3 minus 1 is 2. Now, it's asking for J. This is J and this is J. So there are 2 lines that we need to split the remainder here of 20. So this J would be, you are correct, 10. And then this J would be 10 because you have to equally divide. Just like we got this 14 by adding the 7 and 7. To get the 20, we have to add the 10 and 10. And all of this should add up to 34 because it's the perimeter, which is the distance around. So that would be 10 plus 7 is 17, plus 10 would be 27, plus 7 would be 34. All right, so this next one, it says you have a perimeter of 12. Okay, well, you have a perimeter of 12. This is a square, so that means all these sides are equal. So think about how could you equally divide 12 into 4 equal sides. Hopefully you saw that 12 divided into 4 different equal groups would be 3. So if I added up 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, that would be 12 because perimeter is the distance around. So 3 plus 3 is 6, plus 3 is 9, plus 3 is 12. So 12, the perimeter being 12, you have to equally divide it among 4 sides. So that would be 3 feet each. Find the unknown side of the lengths. Well, they tell you right here that you have a perimeter of 32 centimeters. Okay, that means that all the way around, the distance around, equals a total of 32 centimeters. Well, they've given you some, but they haven't given you all. You have one missing number. So you're looking for the letter K. Well, we know that we have 3 plus 10 plus 6 plus 8 equals something. And then if we added this last amount, it would be a total of 32. So let's add up. 3 plus 10 is 13, plus 6 is 19 to this corner. 19 plus 8 would be, you are correct, 27. So we need from 27 to all the way over here, which would be 32. So that is the worst 2 and 3. So we're going to get rid of that and we're going to write it a little neater. See if I can do this. 32. Okay, so we're looking for K from 27 to 32. 32 minus 27, you are correct. K would be worth 5 centimeters. From here to here will be 5. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Okay, so 5 centimeters. All right, so let's look over here. We have a perimeter of this shape of 42. Well, let's see what size, what shape this is. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a 6-sided figure. And we know a 6-sided figure that has a perimeter of 42 feet. And by looking at this shape, we can see this is a hexagon, which has all the same sides. So all the lengths are the same, all 6 sides. So we have 42 equally divided among 6 sides. And if you remember your multiplication, you would know that this side was 7, this side was 7, this side would be 7, this side would be 7, this side would be 7, and this side would be 7. And we know perimeter equals length plus width. So we're going to go around and do 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7, which is repeated addition. So we would do 6 times 7 is 42. So 42 divided by 6 sides would give us 7 feet per side. All right, we're going to skip on over. And you're going to go to the practice and the homework tonight. Sorry, I'm filming this in the evening and you guys are doing it in the day. So, all right, so find the unknown side length. We are looking at a perimeter of 33 centimeters. They do this one for you. You add up the sides, 5 plus 8 plus 7 plus 4, and that gives us 24. So then if we subtract 24 from the 33, it's going to give us the 9 centimeters, which is our missing side from here to here, because perimeter is length plus width. So pause the video, and then I want you to figure out all of the practice and the homework, and then come on back, and I'll give you the answers. Okay, I hope you had enough time to do your practice and homework and the lesson check. All right, so we're going to look at number 2. The perimeter was 92 inches. So you should have added 7 plus 23 plus 12 plus 12 plus 23 and gotten 15 inches. R would be, or T would be 15 inches. Stephen has a rectangular rug with a perimeter of 16 feet. So hopefully you saw that 16 feet right here, that was your total perimeter, okay? I really wish I could get my highlighter to work. So it wasn't so, right there, 16 feet. The width was 5 feet, okay? What is the length of the rug? So the rectangular rug with a perimeter of 16. So you have to remember a rectangle has 2 longer and 2 shorter. Okay, so the width of the rug was 5. So you'd have 5 plus 5 is 10. Okay, but then you have 6 left. Well, you have 2 lines that you still have to have. You still have to have sides for. Let me pull up a rectangle here, so you could see what I'm talking about. So you had 5 on this side and 5 on this side. So then you had to do 5 plus 5 was 10, but the total was 16. Well, you still had 2 sides you had to equally divide the 6 between. So that's why each one was 3 feet. All right, so Kirsten has a square tile. This time it's a square. So if you have a square, that means all sides are the same. Okay, so that means, let me get my highlighter again. So you have 32, right here we have 32 inches, and it's a square. So that means all 4 sides are equal. So you have 32 divided by 4 equal sides, and so that will be 8 inches. So that means that you have, I have to go back to my pen, that each side would be 8 inches. So you'd have 8 on this side, 8 on this side, 8 on this side, and 8 on this side, because perimeter is the distance around. So we do 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, which is 32. And we were dividing. So hopefully you would see that you had 32 divided by the 4. 4 equal sides gave you 8 for each side. We're going to skip that right, and we're going to move right on to our lesson check. So it says, Jesse's putting a ribbon around a square frame. So around. As soon as we see around, it's like a fence. It's the perimeter. It goes the distance around something. All right, she used 24 inches of ribbon. How long is each side of the frame? So if you have a square frame, you are equally dividing something. So it would be 24 divided into the 4 sides, and that would be 6 inches for each side. Davia draws a shape with 5 sides, so we know it's a pentagon. 2 sides each have 5 inches, so we have 2 of the 5 sides, so there's 10. We have 2 other sides are 4 inches. The perimeter of the shape is 27. What is the length of the 5th side? So you need a 5-sided shape, so that's a pentagon. So if you were to draw out a pentagon and you were to put all these sides on, let me get my pen. So you would have 2 sides, which are 5 inches, and I know these are all the same. Then we had 2 sides that were 4, and then we had one that we didn't know what it was, but we knew the total was 27. So you have 5 plus 5 is 10. Plus 4 is 8. So 10 plus 8 is 18. We have a total of 27. So our missing side would be 9 inches. I hope you guys are showing your work, you're drawing pictures, that you're doing all of these strategies that we've been taught all year long. Please don't give up because you're going to be 4th graders and I want you to be ready to go. As soon as you get to 4th grade, you can hit the ground running, because if you're just like doing the questions and not the lesson, I'm so afraid you're going to be behind when you start into 4th grade. All right. What multiplication expression? You have 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7. You have 4 groups of 7. Bob bought 3 packs of model cars. He gave 4 of those cards to Anne. Bob has 11 cars left. How many model cars were in each pack? So he has 11 left and he gave 4 to Anne. So 11 plus 4 is 15. And he bought 3. And 15 divided by 3 is 5 model cars. Okay. Randy read a book in the afternoon. He looked at his watch when he started and when he finished. So we have the start time, we have the end time. We're looking for the elapsed time. So we have, hopefully you guys are drawing your hour out, circling the lower hour. So that would be 4:10. And then this one's not quite 5 o'clock, so it's still 4:55. And if you take 55 minus the 10 minutes, or you skip count around from the 10, and you go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. That was a mess. My mouse wasn't moving right. So that would be 45 minutes. And then you have this beautiful pie. I always think of food like a pizza pie or a pumpkin pie, and you have it broken up into 4 equal parts. So 4/4, if you have all 4/4, you have 1 whole. All right. I hope you guys learned some stuff about perimeter. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.